Yeah, Kanye pissing people off as usual. Uh-oh. Kanye. Uh-oh. So I had my YouTube open. So in case you haven't been watching TV or anything, I don't know how, but if you have, you know that Kanye put out a shirt doing his fashion show, White Lives Matter, and uh, he's just been causing a lot of people being angry, and it just shows that he does have a lot of unresolved issues with black people, and also even with his own mother. Because in an interview with Tucker Carlson, that snake, he literally buried black folks and buried his own mom and even kind of his own dad in a way to, I don't know, to troll, just basically troll black folks. So we're gonna get into it. Let me play the intro and let's get into this. Now, welcome everybody properly to the Brother Speak podcast. This is Brother Speak. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, like I said, Kanye has unresolved issues with his mom and black people, and he's literally went on Tucker Carlson show to pretty much bury his mom and other black folks, all the troll and to serve some kind of purpose for these conservatives that he's trying to link up with. Now, we're gonna play one part of the interview. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. That's 50 minutes long. I'm not gonna play that whole thing. But there was one part that I felt was very interesting, and I think that it really shows that he does have this unresolved issues with with his mom, black people, probably with his dad a little bit. So we're gonna play the interview. I'm gonna stop in certain parts, and let's get into it.
Seriously, look away, ignore him. He's a mental patient. There's nothing to see here. But is West crazy? You can judge for yourself as you watch what we're about to show you. He has his own ideas, we can say that. Creative people tend to. That's why they're artists, not actuaries. His freeform social media posts give the impression of a man channeling his rawest emotions right onto Instagram. The effect can be jarring and is often used as ammunition against him in the battle for influence over the minds of America's young people. And that battle is intense. But crazy? That was not our conclusion. In fact, we've rarely heard a man speak so honestly and so movingly about what he believes. But again, you can judge for yourself. Here it is. So you just came from Paris Fashion Week. You just landed, and you have a lanyard still on from it, and there's a photograph on it. What is that?
It's a photograph of a baby's ultrasound.
Why is that? And that you designed that?
Yes.
Why? What does that mean?
It just represents life and pro-life.
Boy, so you wear it on a badge. What kind of response do you get? And good, amen. I agree.
I don't care about people's responses. I care about the fact that there's more Black babies being aborted than born in New York City at this point. That 50% of Black death in America is abortion. So I really don't care about people's responses.
So already he asked, why you wear the shirt? And instead of talking about, maybe he feel that white lives matter or something like that, he decided to bury Black folks. Like 50% of abortions, Black folks killing off their babies. What they got to do with the shirt? What they got to do with the shirt? I'm like, okay. Now, I'm going to have to look up that number. But I'm still trying to figure out what they got to do with the White Lives Matter shirt. I mean, if you want to say that's indicative of Black Lives Matter not caring about Black people, okay. All right, we can agree to disagree on that, but what they got to do with White Lives Matter? Are they aborting Black babies? Is that causing white people to kill themselves? What's going on here? What does the abortion rate in Black people, which I don't believe is 50%? And here's the thing: Black people ain't the ones that's aborting the babies the most. Because if Black women were aborting their babies at a real high number, born in white women, we wouldn't have the reversal of Roe v. Wade. They did that because of white people. White women were killing off these babies. They didn't want these babies. For whatever reason. So I don't know why this was brought up. Just to bury Black folks. Like, I'm like, these people who love to join these conservative people, they love to bury Black folks in the dirt. Yeah, let's bury the Black folks. I'm like, why? He asked you about the shirt. Nobody asked you about, I don't care what Black folks think. Okay, well, you wouldn't be whining about it, what they think, what you were doing later. Why would you care? Doesn't make sense. And again, he asked you about why did you make the shirt. You talking about Black abortions. Make that make sense? Let's keep going.
I perform for an audience of one, and that's God.
I'm starting to see why they want to make you be quiet. When did you start to feel this way? When did you start to realize this?
I really felt like, I think I started to really feel this need to express myself on another level when Trump was running for office, and I liked him.
Yes.
And every single person in Hollywood, from my ex-wife to my mother-in-law to my manager at that time to you know, my so-called friends / handlers around me told me, like, if I said that I like Trump, that my career would be over, that my life would be over. They said stuff like people get killed for wearing a hat like that. They threatened my life. They put my life. They basically said that I would be killed for wearing the hat. I had someone call me last night and said anybody wearing a White Lives Matter shirt is going to be greenlit, and that means that they're going to beat them up if they wear it. And I'm like, you know, okay, green light me then.
All right. Now, let's think about the silliness of this. Who the fuck gonna beat you up wearing this White Lives Matter shirt? What black folks gonna do that? First of all, who gonna try to come after you? You got security, you in the heels and stuff like that. Who gonna come after you? B, I don't know why you talking like you gonna fight nothing when P Diddy thanks to Psychopathias, he brought this up on his live stream a couple of days ago. He said they had a text. P Diddy texted. He said, "Nah, that White Lives shirt, that ain't good, man. We need to talk. I need to meet you." And Kanye told him, "Nah, I ain't meeting you. You the feds." So P Diddy wanted to smoke. No smoke. You ran from P Diddy, which I don't look. I'm not a fan of P Diddy. I don't know why P Diddy care about Black Lives Matter, because look how he do his artists. Shit, he make his artists go broke. But I'm just saying, P Diddy wanted to smoke. You didn't want to bring the smoke. But everybody else, all these black folks who might have a problem, all of a sudden, now you Billy Badass right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here. Like it's like you trolling black folks. You want them to be angry with you. Why? It's like, don't make sense. But it does kind of make sense. But you know, it's like you got an issue with black folks. Why? Why didn't you make the shirt? Why didn't you piss off? Why are you pissing off a whole bunch of people who were your fans? Well, they were, and if you had any left, well, a lot of them gone. Why you want to piss them off? Well, who? Just to troll them? Let's continue.
You know, God builds warriors in a different way. I don't know if it's because of me being born in Atlanta and growing up on the south side of Chicago that, you know, he made me for such a time like this. It's like with David, you know, he tended to the sheep, but while he was out there, he had to fight all kinds of animals. So when it was time for Goliath to come, you thought because he was a sheep herder that he didn't have the skill set to take down Goliath. And the thing that I have is the position, I have my heart, but the number one thing is we have God on our side. And for the people, even if you don't believe in God, God believes in you.
So you made reference to the White Lives Matter T-shirt, which you brought out at Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Why did you do that, and what did it mean?
You know, I do certain things from a feeling. I just channel the energy. It just feels right. It's using a gut instinct, a connection with God, and just brilliance. You know, like as if you asked like Tanya Harding how she did the triple flip or the triple spin, she was in so much practice that when it was time for her to skate in a competitive format It just happened. Like it happened outside of practice. It happened in the real format. And that's what's happening. Is God is like preparing us for the real battles. And we are in a battle with the media. Like the majority of the media has a godless agenda, and their jokes are not working. This whole like, oh yeah, he's crazy and all these things.
Okay, so let's unpack this. So he made the shirt because God told him. So I guess God said, Kanye, you know what would be great if you put a White Lives Matter shirt on. Yes, yes, my son. Now, I don't know. I didn't listen to the album, his last album, but didn't he refer to himself as God? So if he referred to himself as God, so did he listen to himself? Did he listen to Ye? Which one's Kanye and which one's Ye? Ye. Yes, Kanye. I, I, I don't know what to do. I got this feeling. Yes, my son. You should put out a White Lives Matter shirt. That will show them black folks. Yeah, they've been shitting on your name for a minute, and the media too. Put out a White Lives Matter shirt. That'll show them. You think so? Yes, yes, I know. Who better than yourself to trust? Don't trust the media. Trust me. Now, let's also think about this. He's talking about the media. He's doing what Trump usually do. But here's the problem. You're on Fox News, the media, who will be not only making up shit, but throwing black people on the bus. And Tucker, it's very ironic you talking to Tucker, because around that time Katrina happened, where you went and said that George Bush hates black people. I remember around that time Tucker, I think he was with CNBC. I know it wasn't with Fox News. He was with CNBC or something. One of the companies. He out there was calling all the black folks that were from New Orleans, from Louisiana, refugees. Now, how the fuck you a refugee from your own country? Let's look up the term refugee. A person who has been forced to leave their country in order to escape war, persecution, or natural disaster. This goof off, Tucker, was calling these black folks refugees. And we're like, wait a minute. This dude was not, these people were not leaving another country. They were in the same country. How are they refugees? Just downing black folks. So you got Kanye going on Tucker Calston, who's been saying breezy stuff about black folks, and then he's going up there saying breezy stuff about black folks. Wow, that's amazing. And again, this is the same fucking media that you claiming is making you look crazy. Never mind, you said you bipolar and you take medication for it, but the media making you look crazy. But you're going to the media to talk about all this stuff. You can't make this shit up, though. You can't make this shit up. Let's continue.
Things, they don't work because the media has, they've also watched travesties happen, just even specifically to me, and just watch it and act like it wasn't happening, and they stay quiet about it.
What have they?
So,
What have?
I want to answer the white.
Yeah.
I feel like someone caught what I was saying, the comparison to Tanya Hardin about the White Lives Matter. My dad is an educated ex-Black Panther, and he put a text to me today, said, "White Lives Matter, ha, 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 ha." And I said, I thought the shirt was a funny shirt. I thought the idea of me wearing it was funny. And I said, "Dad, what do you think it was funny?" He said, just a Black man stating the obvious.
Yeah.
Anybody knows he also wearing rain boots, water boots? Did anybody catch that? Why is he wearing water boots? I don't know. I just caught that. I thought that was kind of weird. Anyway.
And, my dad doesn't listen to rap music, and he's like super educated. We opened up a water distribution center in the Dominican Republic together. He's like the original Steve Jobs, but he was getting blocked every which way with all of his ideas. And he didn't have an endless bank account, and he didn't have an Instagram. So all these ideas, he had to like take them back and compress them. Like, my dad is the most brilliant person that I know. And we actually have a strained relationship because I was taken from him, because my mom was an actress, so she was a liberal. And my dad would see certain things and say,
Ooh, this is where they gonna love Kanye. He gonna throw his mom right under the bus, and they gonna eat this shit up. They gonna eat this shit up, and he's gonna piss off black folks at the same time. Which white folks gonna love it even more. Watch, listen to this.
so she was a liberal. And that I know. And we actually have a strained relationship because I was taken from him, because my mom was an actress, so she was a liberal. And my dad would see certain things and say, we should do it this way, we should do it that way. And the people got around my mom and pulled her away, much like, Kim is a Christian, but she has people who want her to go to Interview Magazine and put her ass out while she's a 40-something-year-old multi-billionaire with 4 Black children. And this is how fashion wants to, how they want to present her.
Well, no offense, bro, but the first time I ever seen Kim Kardashian was the Ray J tape. One of the most boring pornos I ever seen in my life. I'm still pissed off about the $8 I spent to rent that damn video. I want my $8 back. That was the most boring video I ever seen in my life. She literally just laid there. And I'm like, this lady is this is the boring porno. Then I watched the Kardashian show. That was boring. Like, this girl is boring. Why anybody care about this broad? She is boring. Boring as fuck. I remember my ex would want to see, I want to see the Kardashians. Like, I don't want to see this shit. Boring. She boring, the family boring. All of them boring. And he talking about, I'm pretty sure Kim, if she's a multi-billionaire, could tell these people to stuff it if they want her to show her ass. If she really just don't want to show her ass no more, she can tell them people to stuff it. She can do what Oprah do. Put out her own magazine and show the pictures she want to show. Nah, bro. She came in the game showing her ass, well, showing everything. That's how she makes her money. Come on, Kanye. Let's not make your wife into this hapless victim. Hey, King Kampala, how you doing? Come on, bro. Let's not come up here talking about that your wife is just your ex-wife is this hapless victim. I mean, she came in the game, and if you want to say your ex mother-in-law probably put her up to doing a lot of that stuff, okay, I'll give you that one. But don't sit up here like Kim can just not say anything, say no. Stop. Again, trying to bury the media, bro. Come on, man, you gotta stop.
So I know you give these questions, and I give you like these 3-part answers. Is this a cool format for you?
Yeah, I love it.
Following? Okay, cool.
And I am following it.
All right.
And also, he described his 4 children as black children. Ooh, I know some pro-blacks are pissed off right now. Some black women are pissed off. Some pro-blacks are pissed off right now. He said his 4 children are black. And you know some of them pro-blacks, they're like, those children ain't black. Oh yeah, I mean, again, pissing off black folks, trying to piss off the media, even though he's on a media platform. Yeah, Kanye's doing the business thing.
So you said that your father said when he saw the shirt "White Lives Matter," it's great to see a black man stating the obvious. So, by which I think you meant that's obviously true.
Yeah, that my favorite response, because I kept on thinking, like, people, they're looking for an explanation, and people say, well, as an artist, you don't have to give an explanation, but as a leader, you do.
Yes, I think that's right.
So the answer to why I wrote White Lives Matter on a shirt is because they do. It's the obvious thing.
Yeah.
How long? 8 minutes and 30 seconds to get to this. Well, one answer of why he wrote the shirt, because they do. Okay, who doubted that white lives matter? I mean, who doubted that shit? Who was going around saying white lives don't matter? I'm like, who was saying that? I'm like, come on, man, what are we doing here? And also, let's not get gloss over the fact that he buried his mom in the dirt. She literally let liberal people, according to him, I'm not saying it's true or not. She can't defend herself. She's passed away, but he's like, a group of people told her to take him away from his dad. She should leave her dad, his father, with him because of his ideas or his caution against these liberals. Are you saying that your mom was that pathetic? Because from what I'm used to hearing, he thought the world of his mom. But now it's like he's throwing her under the bus, saying she just this weak-willed person, and she just let a group of people tell her to leave her man, take her son, because he's not a liberal, so he's gonna what make you think something different. It's like, okay, that's weak. I'm like, come on, man. I mean, you throwing your mother under the bus, dude. And your dad allowed it, so you throwing him under the bus. Jesus Christ. Anyway,
Why do you think that's so? And I assume the implication is, of course, all lives matter because they're lives, because God created them.
Yeah.
Why do you think that would be considered controversial?
Because the same people that have stripped us of our identity and labeled us as a color have told us what it means to be Black and the vernacular that we're supposed to have.
and the people that did that is people that sitting across from you, people that look like Tucker Calston over there. Yeah, them people. The people in the media that you're talking to right now. Them white folks. The same white media that you're saying did all this to you, you're sitting on their platform burying your mom, other black folks, and your dad. Can somebody make this make sense to me? I'm confused here. So you're saying they did all this, they made race and color and all that. They just took away our knowledge of self and all that, but you in the same room with people like Tucker Carlson, who've been shitting on black folks, saying that black folks this and that and other, but you felt comfortable enough to sit in the same room with this group in the same media, Fox News of all people. You thought this was good. Oh Lord, I don't know what's wrong with people. Oh Lord, there's so many black folks who get up there with these conservatives, and they do some of the most craziest shit. Just to shit on black folks. Let me continue.
My dad grew up as a military brat, and his family moved around, but they were based mostly in Delaware. And at the time, if they weren't the only Black family, they were one of the few. And he would be discriminated against because he was Black. So by the time he got into college, he would be discriminated against. He went to a Black college, he would be discriminated against because they said he talked too white.
Yes.
And then he played the kick drum in the band. So when he would go to the club and the music was playing, where would he clap his hands? Where the kick drum is.
Yeah.
So it's the opposite of where everyone else was clapping their hands. And this is the most elegant and tasteful person that I know. And when my mom, when the school suggested, like the herding systems, because what they do is take the Black community and they separate us, and they separate the families, and the educated, they push this need for higher education, and us as blacks, we discriminate against each other and say, well, I got my PhD and you don't have your PhD, so I'm better than you. And so my mom, she had a PhD, and she was influenced to move to the south side of Chicago and take this job at Chicago State University. And she told my dad, if you come for us, you'll never see him again. Because, the media ridiculed me for getting the house next door to Kim to see my children. And they even said that I was stalking her and her new boyfriend because I bought the house next door to see my children. And that's how I knew that my mom had said that to him. I said, Dad, they moved us to one of the most agreed upon to be one of the most dangerous places in the world. It's almost like they tried to kill me or something. I said, Dad, why'd you never come to get us? And that's when he told me that she was told that. There's so many things that are put in Kim's head. They bring influencers, like no one ever knew where Corey Gamble came from. No one in the fashion world knows where Gabby came from. These people were practically made in a laboratory, in my opinion. And one of the things that they're really good at doing is being nice and being likable. And what they do is, for people that have some form of influence, whether it's an educated Black woman like my mother that became the head of the English department at Chicago State University, or whether it's the most influential white woman on the planet, being my ex-wife, they have people that are around them at all times telling them what to be afraid of. It's like not what to do or say specifically, it's what to be afraid of. And if you have a person that isn't afraid of them, like a Russell Brand or Candace Owens,
right.
It's not that we have to agree with this, but
they're not afraid.
They're not afraid to state what their opinion is.
Yes.
No one is God, and everyone has an opinion.
Yeah, I gotta agree. So anyway, let me take this off. So you've seen part of it. I'm not gonna play that whole thing. It's like 50 minutes long. We'll be here all day. I got things to do. But I just wanted to reiterate just how much unresolved issues he has against Black folks, his mom. Because, like now, before some Black women come up here talking about, oh, you just believe it because it's a Black woman. No, I don't know if it's true or not because she is passed away years ago and she cannot defend herself. So I don't, whether I believe it or not, doesn't matter. Kanye said this. He said this about his mom. He said that these liberals influenced her to take him away from his dad. And just the fact that you would bury your mom under the bus and kind of bury your dad under the bus, because I'm like, I wish somebody would tell me if you come see your kid, you're not gonna see him no more. I wish you would. Shoot, I'm kidnapping my kid. I don't know if I had kids. I don't have kids, but if it was me, I kidnapped my kids. Sorry, it's just not gonna. But I can understand, in a sense, why some dudes would not do that. They don't want that risk. But I'm kidnapping my kid. I don't care. But anyway, so it seemed like he just had unresolved issues with his mom. I mean, since her death, in which it was, her fault. This is just my opinion. I can't prove it or nothing like that. But it just seemed like he has issues with his mama because how she died and her decision to get that surgery when she wasn't in the best of health to do that. She pushed on anyway, and X herself out. He probably never gotten over that, and it would lend to why his dating choice, especially dating uh, Kim Kardashian and marrying her. I think he probably, if his mom was still alive, I don't know if he would have. I don't think he would have married her, but that's me. That's my opinion. But also, I think also, and I think again, he's also trolling black folks because listen, the one thing you cannot do is insult mama. You cannot insult mama. I don't care how bad your mama been. You insult your mama, black folks gonna turn on you in a heartbeat. Can't do it. Not enough for me. Can't do it. So I think, like I said, he trolling black folks. He's up there. You know, he also put out later on that they were going to ruin his career because he liked Trump and like, well, clearly that didn't ruin his career. Like, it's just sad, dude. Let me look up one more thing because I wanted to look up something else. Yeah, that is. Yeah. So yeah, just like I said, he has issues with black people, and I think that really stemmed from when he started talking about how he liked Trump, he wanted to be with Trump, and black people turned on him. Black people been clowning him because with the whole Taylor Swift thing and all that, black people. So he's been having issues with black folks. So now's the perfect time to troll all of them, getting this, like you said, King Kampala. He trying to get attention. He trying to get this attention, and the troll. What better way to troll than to insult not only black people and those people that he was talking about? Those are black designers in the fashion industry. So he throwing them under the bus. He threw black people under the bus because they talking about the White Lives Matter shirt. He talking about black abortions. But they got to do with the shirt. Then you throw your mom under your bus, dad under the bus. You throw the media under the bus, but you're on a media platform. So what the fuck are you doing? It's like he's trolling. He's trolling hard, and it's sad. And he's trolling for a group of white folks that they ain't gonna accept you. Come on, Kanye. You've been trying to get into that upper echelon of fashion for years. You complained about it forever. Them people do not give a fuck about you. Them people because it ain't about the money at that point. It's about power. They're not about to share their power with you. You know this. And then now you're trying to get in with the conservatives. Them people don't like you. They don't like you like that. And you go on Tucker Calston of all people, who've been talking shit about black folks forever, and you want me to take you seriously? Come on, Kanye. You a troll. You're trolling black folks. It's embarrassing to see this shit. But it just shows you have unresolved issues with your mom. And I've said this before on another live stream. I've said it's okay to hate your mom, but you have to resolve it. Whatever issues that you have with your mom, you have to resolve it. Because if you don't resolve it, it's going to cause problems in your life. You're going to end up doing stuff you have no business doing. You're going to be mad. And part of the issues, I think, that why certain black men go after white women is because they have issues with their mother. Now, people don't want to talk about that. They want to hide it in the stand, but that's the truth. And because they never reconcile that, that's why they run over there, the white women. They run to these other countries. They don't want to deal with black women. They won't even date a black woman because it's an issue with their mother. Your first love as a man is your mom. I mean, your first love for a woman is your mother. And if that is not a good relationship, you can forget him having a great any type of good relationship with black women. Almost to the point where he won't even deal with black women. It's just the way it is. So he'll date out, he'll date mixed chicks, date crazy Amber Rose, then he dated crazy Kim Kardashian, then he dated another chick after Kim. He is what he is. He crazy. You talking about the media making him out to be crazy? No, dude, you crazy. You said you were crazy. So, I mean, hey, you put yourself out as crazy, and you know the media don't. They will put out the worst of you. I mean, that's just the way it is. But like I said, he wants to troll black folks because he has issues with black folks. He had issues with his mom. I don't think he still haven't gotten over her death. I think in some ways, this is my opinion. I believe he blames his mom for her own death. He blames her for the fact that he don't have a relationship with his dad. And he's using that to troll black folks. So it's sad that he's doing that for a group of people that don't like him. They ain't gonna deal with him. He complained about the media, but you on a media platform that this is black folks, every black folks. It just don't make sense. But this is what some of these black folks do. Get attention, to get the favor of some of these conservatives. They want to throw their people under the bus. I mean, it's weak to me. I think it's weak. Like, I would never go, even if I have issues with my mother, I would never go on a public platform like that and bury her like that. I wouldn't do it. Whatever issues I have with her, that's kept in-house. Whatever issues I have with my dad, I kept in-house. I'm not putting my family business out there. I'm keeping it in-house just to troll a bunch of people that really don't care. And another thing that I saw that he talked about, before I forget, he's like, as an artist, you don't have to explain your work, but as a leader, as you do. And I'm like, hold up. Who is looking at Kanye West as a leader? Who's looking at Kanye West as a leader? As much as I like Kanye, I loved him when he was college dropout Kanye. When he started dating Kim, I kind of like, well, that Kanye, but then Trump Kanye, I'm like, okay, he's kind of gone off the rails. But I never said to myself, man, Kanye shows a leader. If you look at the Kanye as a leader, there's something wrong with you. Just saying. But that's what a lot of black folks look to the entertainers as leaders. Probably because a lot of our quote unquote political leaders have done a piss poor job of taking care of us. So they look like jokes. So I guess let's go to the entertainers. They seem to make more sense. And then they start to be jokes. It's kind of sad, man. It's kind of a sad thing that sorry about that. I was thought somebody was contacting me. But it's just sad that, man, this dude has so many unresolved issues with black people. It seems like he have a disdain for black folks, and he's using it to troll. Now, he is trying to get out of his Adidas deal, and some people speculate that he's doing this so that the backlash with the White Lives Matter, this interview, the backlash will be so bad that it'll force Adidas to cancel their contract. Now, but again, that's his fault. You signed that damn contract. So it's like, hey, that's your fault. You fucked up. You're a grown man, remember? So you signed a bad deal, that's on you. Now, you trying to act crazy and troll to get out of it. It kind of reminds me, if anybody's a wrestling fan, I remember Matt Hardy before he went to TNA and did the broken Matt Hardy gimmick. I think he re-signed with WWE, and he was thinking that they were gonna make him a champion, and they're gonna push him. Now, they never saw him as championship material. They saw his brother Jeff as championship material, but not him. So what he did, he went on YouTube, started making these weirdo videos, just weird, crazy videos. You thought he was on the same drugs that Jeff was on. So he started making all these weird videos. It was just weird. It just making the company look bad, to the point where the company had to say, you know what, fuck it, we gotta get you out of here. So he got out of his contract. I guess he waited, I don't know if he did the 90 days or maybe it was a year or something like that, but then he went to TNA, stayed over there a while, came up with the broken Mac gimmick, and then ended up coming back to WWE years later. Now he's in AEW. But could be what Kanye's doing here. Trolling, pissing off black folks, throwing his mom, other black folks under the bus, just to get the piss off so he can get out of his Adidas deal. It could be happening too. But for whatever he's trying to do, yeah, it's funny, but it's sad. This is what this man's trying to do, and it's embarrassing. It just looks very weak. It's like, and let me tell you something. When I first heard this interview, and I was listening to this on Information Man, and shout out to Information Man, because he did a great video on this too. I didn't even recognize this was Kanye's voice. It sounded like a man just he there, but he ain't there. You get what I'm saying? He's there, but he not there. Just broken dude, man. I didn't even. I was like, that's Kanye. Now that I look at the video, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Kanye. He got a big old beard. Yeah, the trolling out of control. Yeah, the trolling out of control, dude. He's doing too much of the trolling, but he's making himself look weak. It's pathetic. It's like, let's not get trolling. You know, trolling's good, but you got to do it from a position of power. You're doing this from a position of weakness. You look like you bow down, making your dad look bad. I'm like, I know your dad got to be looking at him like, this ain't my son. What happened to him? When he got broken. I don't know. His mom death, dealing with the Kardashians, dealing with the fashion world, and all the pressures of the music world. I mean, he just seemed like a broken, sad man. So, so what can we learn from this as black men? Listen, whatever family issues that you have to deal with them. You have to deal with them in house, outside of social media. And if you're going to be a conservative Democrat, I don't care which, a conservative, liberal, whatever, do that from a position of power. Don't let these people use you. Don't let these people. Don't throw yourself under the bus just to impress a bunch of people who don't even like you. They gonna use you. You're supposed to use them. This ain't the move. This is fucking embarrassing. Kanye look like a weak, broken man right now, and it's sad. And he's gonna throw black folks on the bus. His own mom, his own dad, to troll because he got nothing left. All that money, and he ain't happy. He broke. It's a sad thing, man. But that's what happens when you let money be your guide. I mean, listen, nothing wrong with making money. But at some point, you got to have some type of dignity. But anyway, it's the hour mark, and I try not to do no more than an hour. Thank you, King of Kampala, to come through. I'd also like to thank a new subscriber, D, for subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much. Uh, Thank you to anybody who's watching, who's want to watch the replay. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, black men, be powerful or be powerless. The choice is yours. Brother, speak, and I'm out. Peace.